It was a lot harder to get started when I was growing up and wanting to be a movie director, almost at 12 years old, because when I first picked up a camera, in order to get a...
Where were you living when you first...
I was in Scottsdale,
you were in Arizona?
You know, I was looking for a way to fulfill the requirements to get a photography merit badge. I was in the Boy Scouts of America. And the manual said... Did
you want to be a filmmaker before that?
No, I didn't want to be a filmmaker at all. I just wanted to be an Eagle Scout. That was my only aspiration, was to want to get the highest rank I could in scouting. And so on my way to being an Eagle Scout, I had to get a certain, requisite amount of merit badges, and one of them I wanted to get was photography. And the requirement was to tell a story with still photographs. And my dad's camera broke. He did not have a still camera. Like the Brownie Kodak that he had wasn't working. So but he did have an 8mm Kodak 8mm movie camera, and I went to the Scoutmaster and I said, can we change the rules just so I can tell a story on film, because we don't have a still camera? And the Scoutmaster said, go ahead and do it. So I got 3 minutes worth of film, which is, by the way, all of those cameras used to take, these little 3-minute rolls of film. And I made this Western on a weekend. And I showed
how did you edit? Did you camera cut?
In camera cut, a little shot of my friends in cowboy outfits robbing a stagecoach, which was sort of an exhibit out front of a place called Pinnacle Peak Patio, a restaurant which is still there outside of Scottsdale.
So how did you know to camera cut?
I just figured, you'd do a shot in this direction of the bad guys with their guns and masks on, and my sisters played the damsels in distress in the stagecoach, giving away their costume jewelry, well, my mother's jewelry. I didn't tell her we took my mom's jewelry to give away to 12-year-olds, pretending to be robbers. And I made this little movie and then showed it to the Boy Scout troop that weekend, and they all went crazy for it. They screamed and applauded, and I suddenly got bitten by that bug, and I wanted to do this for the rest of my life. It was became so clear to me. But it was hard then, because to make movies you had to pay for film and pay for developing of the film. So I had to go to my dad to say, Dad, I'll earn some money, but I can't earn all the money because I go to school. I can't get a job to earn the money to pay for all this equipment. So my dad helped me. However, today it's easier. Today, everybody seems to have a camcorder. Everybody has some high-8 digital camera. And it's a lot easier to get your hands on.
You can buy that editing program for the computer.
You can buy a software program for the computer and go out and make a movie and tell a story and figure out who you are as a storyteller. And so in a sense, it's easier today for young people to at least prove to themselves this is what they want to do for the rest of their lives, or at least in the interim of the rest of their lives. And it's also, if you get bitten by that bug, you can make a lot of little movies, and somehow those films will get seen by people, hopefully, that will hire you to do a music video someday, or a TV commercial, or a television show, or someday a feature film.